Welcome back. Making a little progress on my brother's Jeep. I got this the bed frame that we're going to use to separate off the rails, so he can put some sort of a covering in here he wants, sign or something. Hockey pucks, they work great. No vibration. It's on good and solid on the rear. I let that side down so I can drill it. This side is drilled, and of course I still have my drill extension in, but it won't reach down all the way through even with a small drill bit on it. So I just picked up a 3/8 and some 8-inch 3-inch bolt, or 8-inch 3/8 bolts, and we'll be putting that back together. I'll put that away. Ran a tap through the hood hinges. They are all messed up. I believe they were fine thread 5/16. Well, somebody put 5/16 coarse thread or metric. Not really sure, but they're messed up. So what my plan is to take the hood off, tip it back upside down. I am going to drill it out to a different stud set, different size. So probably 5/16 or something to that effect. And then I will cut some bolts off, weld them in to make studs, weld them in very good so the metal's not, it's a little flimsy. Of course, it's a 51. So I got to stiffen that up just a little bit. Then I can put the hood back on and actually put some probably self-locking bolts on there instead of, I might put just regular bolts with a washer on it. So, all right, that's where I am on that. Got the welder stuck in the back room. So it hasn't been snowing, and I haven't put any videos up because we really haven't had anything other than sanding. And I don't anybody wants to see me going around scraping off sidewalks, putting salt on the sidewalks, spreading salt and sand in the parking lots. It's not very interesting. It's just kind of crappy work. I did find a nice dry shaft, full length, same tube the whole way instead of this step down stuff. And it steps down on the back one, so I'm going to use this on the, it's the same U-joint. I'll put it on this yoke, and then I will get the measurement I need when it's back on the ground, simulating ride height, and then I will cut it, stick it back on, put it back in the air. I'll get underneath it, and then I will check it to make sure it's in round, within tolerance of like, just so you just barely move the meter is the best way on them. And then I'll tack it and check it again and make sure it's good. And if it is, I'll take it back off, and I will put it on my type of lathe, which is a 2x6 on my two 2x6s on my sawhorses, and then I just roll it away from me, and I put 3 more welds on it, and then I go back and then I weld it in, and I don't have any problems with that. So, okay, so it hasn't been snowing. Let's get back to that. So when it's not snowing, I have a tendency to rummage through Craigslist, Marketplace, all the local auto papers and stuff, and I shouldn't be left alone. Yep. So, found this yesterday, a 68 Mustang. I'm not sure it's got the correct engine in it. It is a factory 4-speed. It is, and you hear the humming on the battery because you know me, and you know me. Well, it hasn't been used in quite a while, and they said it wouldn't turn over. Well, 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 and I can't do that right now because there's no, I jumped ahead of this. I probably should have done this, would have made a better video, but you know, when you're excited and you reach down and the motor turns over freely all the way around 360 degrees and there is no restrictions. And then I put a battery in it and I tried to roll it over and I thought the starter was fried. They had bad cables on it. Not their fault. They're just trying to get it running and it wouldn't work. So this car, I don't know a whole lot about. I know nothing about. Don't even know where it came from. The guy bought it. Back seat's pretty nice. Front seat's not bad, just the bottoms. Gonna need some cushion work and new bottoms, but I can get those. Yeah, it's all there. It's a 100% complete car, except for the door cards, and I'm not sure where they went. It's going to need new seals on the doors, that kind of stuff. That's just, forgive me, but listen to the door on this. And I looked at it. These are the original pins in the doors. They've never been changed. Yeah, listen to that. We finally get in the trunk. I think you can see in there, unfortunately. But the trunk, she's good. Fuel tank, not bad. It stinks. I opened it up. There's no fuel in it. I mean, there's probably some fuel in it. And, of course, what most people do when they put dual exhaust in their car, they take the rear valence off it. Or they cut holes in the rear valence. And now the backup lights are missing off this car in the rear valence. So the backup lights, the rear valence is fairly cheap. And if you get the one for the GT model, they already come with a cutout for the dual exhaust. So I'm going to make sure that they work and I'll put it on. But it's missing stuff. It's had quarters. The problem is the frame rails are bad on the front. Bad. This is why this person bought it and then decided it was way too much more work and out of their skill set. Now the car sits square, even though they're rusty, they're terrible looking things under there. They're gonna have to be replaced, which means I'm gonna probably pull the motor, pull the front end off the car, put it on the hoist, use some jack stands, but I'll get it in the air, get it all cleaned up, all the suspension off, and I'll probably try to switch it from drum brakes on the front to disc brakes, power disc brakes. Put a mini spool in there or a mini vacuum on it. So yeah, that's where I am. I'm gonna bring you back in a few minutes. There is no spark, but in the vast parts are in the trunk. There is a coil there. I just tested it, and it doesn't. The coil's not falling off, and it seems pretty strong. So I'm gonna install the coil, file a point, see if I can get some spark out of this, and I'll go from there, and I'll bring you back when I do that. All right, stick around. Mustang week.